Hi guys, DM Philosopher here, Matt's the name, just going to go over my latest map pack here. So it's another one in the forest series of maps. This is the Forest Path Bridge. So it's a bridge over a river, so obviously forests are going to have rivers, so this is a good location. There's sort of a narrow pinch point which forces the characters through a certain location, and it's obviously just prone for ambush and the like. So let's jump in and have a look at this map. This is the daytime gridded map. You can see it's a very dense forest, again with rocky debris sort of strewn about the place, and the river is very wide. At its narrowest point is what, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35 feet wide, and wider at other points. There are rocks in the river, so if the DM chooses to rule this bridge out and say it's destroyed, then there could be some rock hopping sort of going on if the characters were game. There's also a couple of large rocks up on this side of the cliff as well, just as if the players approach from this direction, they'll obviously be wary of a defensible position on that side of the cliff. So that's the daytime gridded version. There's the gridless version, the nighttime gridded version, and the nighttime gridless version. And then we've got point of view shots, and these are great player aids. You can give them to the characters to set the scene and for them to visualize where the encounter is about to take place. And there's also here a reverse shot as well, and an oblique angle of the bridge and the river. You can see there's actually quite a drop off there that's not as apparent in the 2D top down map. So this really helps establish the fact that there's a bit of depth there and thus danger. We've got exactly the same point of view shots but taken at night time, so that accentuates the shadows, the darkness, and basically what the characters can't see. Now if you had characters with dark vision, for example, you could give them the light versions of the point of views, and the characters without dark vision are stuck with the dark ones, full of shadows and lacking in vision as such. So that's the point of view shots. Now we've got the same map but with a camp here on this lower left bank. So the characters could set up camp, and you could use this map to show that camp, or they could approach and see this camp set up already. So we've got the same daytime and gridded and gridless versions, and then point of view shots that sort of show this encampment from a variety of different angles. So we've got an approach, as if the players were maybe sneaking up on the camp, yeah, we've got the same shots with nighttime filters on it, and also up high as well. Maybe the characters want to climb a tree for a better vantage point, or they've got a flying mage or something like that that's doing scouting duties. So that's where these oblique shots are quite helpful as well. But the nighttime sort of point of view shots highlight how the light sort of reflects off the trees and the like, and actually draws attention at a bit of a distance as well. So that is the Forest Path Bridge battle map. You can find that on RPG Now, and I'll post a link to that underneath my YouTube clip. And otherwise, I hope it expands your gameplay, gives you more options for those forest encounters. When combined with the other Forest Path maps, you'll be able to run a series of encounters through the forest and have a variety of camp locations and local surrounds. So the players never get comfortable with a single map, and they're sort of always forced to adapt to new environments. So anyway, thanks for listening, and happy gaming, people.